Alright, can you guys hear me? Am I audible? Am I possible to be heard? Okay. YouTube was being really weird and saying that, like, oh, your audio stream's current bitrate is 0, so I was freaking out a little bit. So that's good. Hello, chat. How's it going, guys? I haven't streamed in, like, a solid year, so I have no idea. I'm trying to remember how this kind of thing works. I saw a message in chat. You're not audible. That's a company. Yeah, this is a true statement. All right. Hello. Let's see. I'm gonna give a minute or so for people to get onto the stream because I don't want like everyone to miss it and stuff. But I do have it pulled up. I'm gonna make sure that I have my chat thing pulled up well on my. I have my phone separate from the main chat because while I'm watching the trailer, I'm not gonna be able to see chat. Oh, thank you, MD Switchy, for the super chat. That's great. $5 at Freddy's, indeed. Thank you. Have you watched it yet, or is this the first time? I briefly glanced at it while at work. I was on shift, checked my phone, getting a whole bunch of messages. The teaser exists. I'm like, all right, yeah, sure, okay, that's fine. Right when I go into work. That's great. Fortunately, my shifts over the summer are significantly shorter than usual, so 2-hour shift works well for this. Alright. Trying to make sure my phone is caught up to the actual live chat so that I can make sure I'm reading it. Okay. You sacrificed your dog's remnant for me? Why? Why would you do that? That's a terrible plan. Alright. I'm gonna wait just like maybe 1 or 2 more minutes, and then I am going to start streaming. Will the stream stay up on the channel? Depends. I'm not sure. What I might do is I might leave it up, or I might leave it up, and if I edit it into a shorter video, then I might unlist it and then put up the smaller video, but honestly, I might just leave it up. I haven't decided. I will make a decision at some point. You're watching the live while making the script for your analysis? Lovely. Good job. Good to see that people seem to be excited for the trailer. Because you are the queen, you deserve my dog's remnant. Please do not give me Remnant. As cool as Remnant is, and as much as I like its function in the plot, do not give me Remnant. I feel like that's a little immoral. Not to you, but just like, that is soul juice. I feel kind of awkward having soul juice, you know? Alright. Oh boy, this should be interesting. From the brief glances of the trailer that I saw, it looked really, really cool. And that was on my tiny phone screen. So hopefully, now that I have it on my computer screen, it'll look cooler. Alright, let's see if I can swap to the main. Alright. As you may be able to see, I have my little character set up so that the mouth opens when I talk, which is fun. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna be doing for the setup for the watching of the trailer. Are you ready for the madness? Debatable. Soul juice, super chat from MD Switchy. Soul juice, it has the juice. Indeed it does. Thank you. Let's see. One step closer to VTuber. Yeah, basically. That's basically what I am. PNG tuber. Alright. So, after, like, 8 years? 8 years? How long has it been since the movie got announced? Has it been 8 years? 8 years or 7 years or however long, we finally have the first officially released trailer for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. And I'm going to react to this and see how brain-breaking it is. Do I have my volume set right? Okay, I have my volume a bit high. Let's see. All right. You guys ready, chat? Ready, chat? All right. Super chat. You heard her, guys. She only wants. I do not want agony, please. That's even worse. Thank you for the super chat, but please do not send me agony. I've got enough stress in my life with school. All right. The ultimate. All right. I am going to hit play now.
Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
This is honestly very impressive. It's like Scott was just like, I don't know how long he took to model those, but like he modeled that. And then like the Jim Henson company that did the animatronics just like made it an actual movable thing. And it looks like Freddy's is closed as of the time that this takes place, which is really interesting. So Mike is going to be in an abandoned place. Super chat. So tutorial lady means this ain't game universe. Yeah, they replaced phone guy. This is so sad. They replaced phone guy with tutorial lady. They replaced my favorite character. Sad day. Oh well. Take tutorial lady as remnant and use it to resurrect phone guy. I feel like we're taking the wrong life lessons from this franchise. I mean, you do you, bro. Just don't kill people. Man, I miss phone guy already. Anyway, so Mike, I'm assuming this is the start of his shift. He's going in for the first time. Let's see. Let's take a closer look at this. The inside looks pretty neat. I'm not sure what okay, so we've got Chica down at the bottom, and then a prize corner looking thing. I mean, it looks great. There's Chica there, and it looks like there's Bonnie on another sign farther back, and then there's drawings on the wall. I wonder if the drawings are going to be potentially relevant, because in the books, the spirits often use drawings and stuff to communicate. So I'm wondering if in the movie, some of the spooky stuff is going to be Mike seeing the drawings change, or Abby seeing the drawings change. Let's see.
You've been selected as Freddy's newest security
Poking around. I'm not sure how to feel about this angle on Freddy. It is very uncanny valley, which I think is intentional, and my brain is not sure how to process it. It looks cool. Ah, the sign's lit up. Heck yeah. Cams. So it looks like there's some inside the building and some outside, because the ones on the right look to be outside. So that based on the fact that they're showing that and it's all on its one big screen, that's probably going to be relevant at some point. Yo, it's the cam. It's the cam from the game. It's the cam from the game, guys. It's what it looks like in the game.
Hello?
Michael. We're going. Whoa. Hang on.
Hello?
I think I saw something. Yep, Freddy is right behind him. It's like, hello, sir. Fancy seeing you here, Mr. Security Guard man. Would you like to die? Rest in peace, Michael, after this job. I'm not sure if I should call him, honestly, I'm not sure if I should call him Michael or not, because, like, is he really Michael? Because, like, that's probably what Mike is short for, but, like, I don't know if everyone's been paying attention to, like, the casting and stuff, but, Mike's dad is his own separate character from William Afton. So there are only, and since, there's, at one point, Scott said that, the movie was only going to be based on the story of the first 3 games, which would imply no Michael Afton, or no family relationship between Michael and William. It's still possible that that might be included, but I think that's interesting to keep in mind. So, like, I'm like, do I need to start differentiating in my speech between Mike Schmidt and Mike Afton now? Because do we have to go back to the days of Mike Schmidt being his own separate character? Probably at this point. That'll be fun. Why are your own videos getting recommended to you? I have no idea. That just happens. I don't know why. But yeah, anyone who hasn't watched my most recent video I posted on Saturday about the latest Tales story and the Mimic and whether or not that actually matters in regards to William, check it out after the stream if you haven't already. It's pretty cool. You think you need to rewatch my vids? Absolutely, please do. Anything helps. Anyway. Alright. So
We're going to have so much fun together.
I love the juxtaposition there. Just, we're going to have so much fun together. Have fun getting locked in this chair. Like, where the heck did this thing come from? Why does it exist? Okay. So there's this chair. And it's cuffing him in place. There are a couple ways that this could go. Either he's being interrogated by, like, I don't know how police interrogations go, but maybe, like, because Vanessa is a police officer in this story, maybe this is someone, probably Michael, getting interrogated? Alternatively, it'll probably get cleared up in the next little bit, but, maybe William collecting Remnant, or whatever he's doing, because I don't think that Scott's writing getting rid of Remnant, because that's such a fundamental world mechanic. Like, even to the first games, like, Remnant is what made the animatronics get haunted. It's why they exist, and that's probably a solid portion of William's motive for having this in the first place. He protect, he attack, he always come back. Yes, yes. Indeed he does. Never stays dead for too long. But yeah, so it's possible that... Okay, so presumably it's Mike being in that chair. And this seems to be some animatronic. Can we get a better look at what it was?
We're going to have so much fun together.
RIP. Okay, so this does seem to be the same thing. Can you guys tell what color? Because it's kind of hard to tell what exactly it is just based on this, because, like, once you open it up, and who put these mechanisms? William, what have you been getting up to in your spare time? You think it's Bonnie? Yeah, this does, the bottom jaw does look more bluish, so it's possible. It could only really be Freddy or Bonnie based on the shaping of the faceplate. Also, the fact that they have faceplates is very interesting to me. Because if they have faceplates, that's a... I don't think the original animatronics had faceplates, but if their faces can open up like that, that is a theoretical connection to sister location, but if they're not going off of sister location, I wonder what that's about. Yeah, the only animatronics with weapons in them are the fun times? Yeah, generally that's what I would think. Alternatively, William's been doing who knows what for who knows how long. So it's possible he could have modified them. Or maybe if they aren't covering sister location in the movie series, they just sort of blended them. Fun shot of Foxy on the wall. I'm gonna go back. Yeah, Mike's in trouble there. Okay. So there's Foxy, and the laughing sound effect is brings back memories. So there's Abby, presumably looking at Freddy.
Have so much fun together.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's Abby. My face and name memory is absolute garbage. So I'm gonna say this is Abby because I don't think there are any other small girls that are relevant. Let's see. So there's Freddy. I think that was Vanessa, presumably. All right, so she's in there now. The audio is crazy good. Nice. I'm checking chat. It's the Zelda laugh from the game. Zelda laugh. I don't know. Shove tutorial lady into the fan. Use her skin to make. Why? This seems. I think we're going a bit far. I like phone guy, but not enough to commit murder. Let's see. And there are the ghost kids. There they go. And there's 5 of them. So we've got 5 spirits. Let's see. Yeah, so there's the 5 of them. So what's interesting is they're showing up in the woods. Like maybe they're appearing on the way to work. So we've got the kid on the left, and it looks like he has bunny ears, so I'm assuming that's the Bonnie kid. Kid in the brown shirt. Okay, and then there's the kid in the brown shirt. I'm guessing he's Freddy. And then there's Orange, so that would be Foxy. And then we've got Chica, who I'm assuming is the girl on the right. And then other boy wearing yellow and a top hat. I'm guessing that's the spirit in Golden Freddy. Unless that's the spirit in Chica's cupcake. Because on the poster for the thing, hang on. On the poster for the thing. On the poster that was released earlier today, Chica's cupcake was let's see if I can pull that up real quick. Movie poster. I need to organize my files better. Okay, movie poster. Okay. So, oh, that's big. That's big. Okay, let's shrink it down a bit. Okay. So on the poster, you can see Chica's cupcake has its eyes lit up. Chica's cupcake has the eyes lit up. So, unless the kid is Golden Freddy, which is honestly pretty likely given, you know, the whole thing. So unless the kid is Golden Freddy, my guess is Chica's cupcake. Didn't know this was dropping today, lol. It's been so long and I loved your videos. Thank you, Sparky Mite. I appreciate that. Phone guy, Colt Will Rice. Do not make a cult! Please do not make a cult! That is not what this channel is for. This channel is not for cults. Please do not. Well, yeah, so either Golden Freddy or Chica's cupcake. Now I'm gonna get rid of this image. All right. William. There he is. Unless my face memory is absolutely dying again. I'm pretty sure that's William. Which is very interesting. Cause it looks like he's just vibing. He's just hanging out in an office totally fine. So I've got a couple ideas here. One, this is part of a flashback. Where he's still in charge of the location, and things are going relatively normal. He looks like a doctor, honestly. Yeah, I can see it a little bit. And the little thing on the wall is his, license certificate thing. Man, imagine if William Afton was your doctor. I feel like, he'd have a pretty high mortality rate. Spoopy children due to haunting around here? Yes, they do, MD Switchy. Thank you for the $5. ID did not tell you to commit murder, Daily Dose of Cats. I did not tell you to commit murder. I said the exact opposite. Do not commit murder. Anyway. So, when the casting stuff was going on, it was, one of the things that they were looking for was, like, cars and stuff from the 80s, as well as the 90s. And they needed the 80s cars for, like, one specific thing. So I'm guessing it's pretty likely that there's going to be flashbacks to the to the murders and stuff from whatever, from 85 or whatever. And so this could be William from that time period. Alternatively, William is still in charge of the location as of the present day, even though it's closed. Which I think is also possible. What? I'm interested by him being on the ground in the above shot. That's very intriguing to me. He's looking at something above him. So what is that? I'm not... And I'm a little confused about whatever is going on here. Are R.I.P. this dude, he's probably dead. Ball pit. Oh, there it goes. I'm assuming that's Foxy, based on the lack of casing on the leg. Alternatively, random endo. But my guess is Foxy. And I'm not- wait, phone guy? Are we saying that this guy's phone guy? Dang. Well, if we do get a phone guy appearance, I'll take it. Rip. Mimic endo. No, guys. I would be astounded if they involved a book character into from the recent books into a Five Nights at Freddy's 1 movie. But yeah, it could be a previous night guard. Maybe Vanessa's just like, so, by the way, a whole bunch of people died here. You're probably next. The last guy, he got absolutely mauled by these dead children. That face the ghost made, you can't even take it seriously. Are we talking about this guy? That is a face. Or are we talking about, like, the actual children? Because I can't make out their faces. They just scatter immediately. Good for them. And into the ball pit! Heck yeah, into the pit. So, with this, there are a couple possibilities here. One, it's a normal ball pit. And if it's a normal ball pit, that's totally fine. Alternatively, if we are drawing from elements of the book series, which is possible, in Fazbear Frights there's the ball pit, and it's technically not a time travel ball pit. It's just funny to call it that. But for people who might not know, in the Fazbear Frights series, there's a ball pit that's sort of infused with agony and memories from the murders that happened, and from a whole bunch of people who died. So maybe, while Abby is in the ball pit, so here she's just, being spotted by Freddy, I think? So that could be the end of it. But it could also be, while in the ball pit, maybe she gets, maybe similar to the Into the Pit story from Frights, she ends up experiencing being present for the murders, which would be very interesting. You're saying that's Foxy? It could be Foxy. My ability to recognize things from just the eye and the front of the face, questionable. I can believe that's Foxy. One eye is blocked out? I could not tell. I just assumed that one of the balls was in the way. Who's Abby? Abby is, in the movie, Abby is Mike's sister, who he brought with him to work because he is basically raising her. Their parents are out of the picture, and so he is raised, at least based on, like, the leaked character descriptions from however long back. He's raising his sister, Abby, which is interesting. It's like, yeah, it's like Mike. I understand that, like, you're probably pressed for cash, and you've got who knows what going on in your life, but, you took your little sister to an abandoned restaurant that's very haunted at night. Sir, that is a terrible idea. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I get it, but also, knowing what I know, sir. To be fair, did he know it was haunted? No, he didn't. Which is why I give him a pass. But I'm just sitting there like, oh boy, I can see how this is not going to end well. I did not, indeed not, Michael, I did not tell you to kill Tutorial Lady. Please do not kill her. It is not her fault. She had to replace Phone Guy. So basically, Blumhouse taking liberties? I wouldn't say that since Scott is the one who wrote the script. But like Scott also when Scott does projects like this with like the Silver Eyes and stuff, it was based on the games, but it wasn't following the same timeline. So I think it's a similar situation here. Abby's a stand-in for Elizabeth? Possibly, I don't know. What do you think about the red eyes? I kind of wish that they went with the black eyes that glow, that have the white pupils, because I thought those were pretty creepy. But I don't mind the red eyes. It should be interesting. So there's Freddy, Bonnie. Five Nights at Freddy's. October 27th. Wild. But yeah. Okay, one thing that I find particularly interesting. Why are you frozen? Let's get on a more interesting screen. Okay, tutorial lady, you get to be on the screen. All right. So, what I find interesting is at one of the first casting in the first set of casting announcements where we got Mike, Abby, and William, we also got this other lady, I can't remember her name right now, as an unnamed female villain. And it's not Vanessa. Vanessa is a different character. Clay B. Thank you for the super chat. I'm obsessed with the ball pit and can already feel the reverberations. My largest fear is the narrative difficulties time travel introduces. Thoughts? I don't think it would be time travel. Even in the Fazbear Fright series, it wasn't actually time travel. It was just like the memories being, because the way Remnant works as explained in the books is it's basically memories and emotion and like soul bits potentially infused into objects. For Remnant specifically, it specifies metal, but like the agony and all the emotions and stuff can get infused into other objects. So for the ball pit, if it ends up going back in time, it won't be literal time travel, but it'll be like memory time travel sort of thing. Is Vanessa the same Vanessa in Security Breach? No, I believe her last name in this is Monroe. And in Security Breach, in the Security Breach portion of the game timeline, her last name starts with an A. Mary Stu Masterson is the unnamed female villain. Thank you, Yellow Skarmory. Yeah, so maybe the villain is tutorial lady. Who knows? Maybe hidden in the image at the end, like what Scott did. Oh, that's an interesting thing. I am not sure I would be able to check that. But if you guys want to like try brightening that up and like adding me, like messaging me on Twitter or something, that'd be cool. But I'm not sure if it would be there. Then how did the character eat pizza and into the pit? Memory juice. Do you think we'll be able to take parts of the movie and possibly apply it to the games? I am personally going to be treating it the same as I treat the books, which is to say, world building and potential character motivations, yes. But the continuity of events is looking to be pretty different. So I think some things could carry over and it could be used to say like, hey, because with the movie you can better show how certain things work. But it doesn't look like it's going to be exact one-to-one with the games. Let's see. Feel like the unknown female villain is Mrs. Afton? Yeah, that's what I've been thinking. Like, as soon as it was announced, I'm like, okay, you're dropping an unnamed female villain. I get the feeling that, like, and we haven't heard anything about her. Because, like, we've got William Afton, who's very much a villain. And then we've got Mrs. Afton, who doesn't show up in the games at all. Yeah, and MatPat's theory? Yeah, what's interesting with MatPat's theory is, while I think the exact execution of, like, how things would have happened is wrong, I don't necessarily think Mrs. Afton being involved in the later timeline is completely out of the picture. I actually have a specific idea of how Mrs. Afton could be involved that I think has some decent evidence for it. But I'm not gonna get into that at the moment. I will do a video on that eventually. You were supposed to go to sleep 3 hours ago because you have school. Go to sleep! Please go to... Honestly, I would not be streaming at this hour if I could, but this is when they dropped the trailer, so... Okay, no hidden photo? Alright. What do I think about AR? I think it's neat. The lore's interesting. But yeah, go to sleep if you have to, guys. But yeah, so there's no hidden photo there. Let's see if there's... It's the cupcake that may or may not be haunted. Man. Fancy sign. Like it. You'd make nice podcasts? Thank you. The time-traveling bulb it made into the trailer. Yes, it did. Okay, 1:17 p.m. there. Okay, yeah, you don't need to go to sleep. Alright. But yeah, so... I think it's possible that the female villain is either Mrs. Afton, or the owner of the location, or both. Because William and Henry co-owned Freddy's, right? And if Henry's not in the picture anymore, presumably he's not there because in the games he vanishes off the face of the planet for like 40 years. And people might still be a bit suspicious and stuff of William. So maybe him holding full ownership of the company might not go over well. But if Mrs. Afton was the one in charge, I think that would be interesting. Also, why did Mike see the children in a forest? I'm guessing that's... Like, let's see if I can find that. Where are you at? Okay, here's the children. Okay. Okay, so, children in a forest. My guess is this is somewhere close by to Freddy's. Happy Frog is an unnamed female villain. I mean, technically she has a name, it's Happy Frog. Okay, interesting. So, yeah, so my guess is like once Mike started working at Freddy's, the kids just sort of started stalking him, so to speak. Like because he was there, like whenever he's in the area. Because my guess is he's not too far from Freddy's during this. Because I'm not sure that the spirits would be able to... I mean, they might be able to project themselves all the way to his house, but I'm not sure. But yeah, my guess is there's somewhere in Freddy's, maybe Mike is investigating while off hours. Who knows? What are your thoughts on the part with the mask and the buzzsaws? Alright, let's go back to that bit. Alright, where are you, sir? Okay, here we go.
Together.
Yeah, so, interesting. So the puppet is in the movie. Do you think we will get a bit of Charlie? Love your videos. I think you're onto something with the mimic theory. Thank you, Jeremiah. For the $5. So Charlie, yeah. I almost forgot, actually. So yeah, the puppet is a character in the movie, which is very interesting. I've got a couple guesses to how she'll show up. So the thing is, the puppet is the one in the games to give life to the animatronics. So I feel like it might be a similar situation in the movie, but my question is like, okay, are they just going to show the puppet in like one brief scene, or will Charlie actually be present in the location? Because if Charlie is present, I find it very interesting. And that would also be another way that the games are different from the movie. But I think that it could be pretty cool. There was the prize corner, hang on. There was the prizes area. See, yeah, there was the prizes area, and I'm pretty sure that... I don't know. This could just be like me reading fanfiction, but like might be linked there. I don't know.
It means
but
you've
yeah.
been selected as Freddy's.
So I'm not sure how, because in the games it was the security puppet, right? In the present box keeps the kids from leaving the building. could be that the puppet was used for, like, because it's in a gift box, it could have been used for giving out gifts. I don't know. So if the puppet is there, it might be that. Also, I'm just like, this is cool. I don't know why, but I just like the sign fallen over and the empty parking lot. It's really, it's nice. Also, we have a canon security guard outfit for FNAF now, so all the we got what the canon security outfits look like. It's a jacket, which works for me, you know.
You've been selected as Freddy's newest security guard.
On goes the sign. Man, this trailer's really cool. Is Purple Guy in the movie still Mike's father, or are they completely unrelated? William Afton and Mike's dad are played by two separate people. So it seems very likely that Mike is not an Afton. It's theoretically possible that maybe, like, the mom divorced, took the kids, got remarried. But in that case, like, if Mike was old enough to remember his dad, why, if he runs into him, presumably he would still recognize him. And if he was, even if he was, like, maybe a bit younger and doesn't, like, perfectly remember, theoretically speaking, William might be able to recognize him. So I'm not really sure that that would be something they would bother including. So probably just Mike Schmidt then, yeah. Let's see, chat. Watched 10 trailer reviews already? Yeah, everyone saw this thing and immediately jumped on it. Like, yes! Time to react to this thing. Two things that worry about the trailer. First, what's the torture about? Second, the animatronics never hurt children. Also, from the spirits, none of them seem to be Cassidy. Okay, I'm gonna address that, because it's, interesting. The torture? My current leading theory is, yeah, I don't know. So, because what's interesting is, like, Mike gets strapped into the chair, right? He gets stuck in the chair.
Much fun together.
Yeah, so he gets stuck in the chair. But then it's an animatronic that's attacking him. So how did the animatronic put him in the chair and why? It could be that William is using the animatronics, and the torture chair would be potentially to get Remnant. Because that's what William's whole goal thing is. But what's interesting is here the outfit is different. This isn't the same outfit that Mike is wearing earlier. So it could be he changed outfits. But there is a cut. And we can't really make out Mike's outfit here. So it might be a different scene. Or maybe Mike just changed outfits, which is, you know, just as possible. As for the animatronics never hurt children. Yeah, that's particularly interesting to me. That's actually something, with Abby being there, I feel like while they might be hostile towards Mike, they will be less hostile towards Abby, because she is a kid. And, because the thing is, what's interesting is in the Silver Eyes, a kid gets kidnapped by the animatronics, and they're like, oh no, they're gonna kill him, but it turns out they were just trying to protect him in their weird way. You think the guy in the chair is the other guard? Yeah, that seems very likely to me, given the outfit's pretty similar to what we see from the other guy. There's Abby going into the pit. Was it this part before? Or was it before? Okay, it was before.
Security guard.
We're going to have so much fun together.
Rest in peace, this guy. Yeah, I do think it's possible that there's a cut right there. There's William. This guy. Yeah, so this is the outfit of the other guy. And that's the guy who's in the chair. What if the other guard is the phone guy? Possible. Is the crying child even going to be in this at all? Probably not if they're only going off of FNAF 1 through 3. Love that you're humming Twitter while looking for particular clips. Yep. it plays at the end of the trailer, and now it's just stuck in my head. But yeah, so I think this guy's actually the one in the chair, because the outfit is the same. See? Because this guy's got the tie and the fancy outfit. So I feel like this might actually be a cut to a different thing. Yeah. Looks pretty cool. Also, just hang on. Moment of silence for the ball pit ball that got crushed. Sad. Rip. Oh, Seven's in chat. But yeah. But one thing that's important to be like aware of with trailers and stuff is like with editing, you can make two things that are not actually connected in any way flow into each other in a way that's hard to notice. So it does seem like this and this are two separate scenes potentially. I am interested to see what's up with this dude. Cause it might be Phone Guy. If it's Phone Guy, cool. Phone Guy represent in the trailer. But it also might not be, and I'm interested. Cause they bothered showing him getting strapped into the chair and here. Is it Springlux? I don't think so. Yeah, it's like a high. Okay, so a neon swing, high film major here. Trailers have a lot of cuts to build intrigue and suspense. They might not be related. Exactly, yeah. I want to see Scott be Phone Guy. I also want to see Scott be Phone Guy. That would be awesome. I don't know if he would want to be on camera though, because like we only have so many photos of him as is, and they're all like the exact same pose. But yeah, I would, if Scott was Phone Guy, I feel like a lot of people would be pretty excited. Let's see. Abby sinks into the ball pit in memory of the ball. She has taken the ball's place. Should you go to sleep if it's late? Yes. Was that the bite of 87? I don't think so, but you never know. Scott is like a wax figure. Yes. He honestly is. Could be stuffing him into a suit. True. For the chair thing.
So much fun together.
But I'm just interested, like, that looks like a chair. A chair specifically. Because, like, that straps across the chest, that's not... And that covers the arms. So I don't think that would be him being put into a suit of any kind. How do you think Vanessa will fit in the movie? Well, she's a cop, right? And at least according to her character description. I'm assuming this is Vanessa, so I'm gonna be sitting on her for a bit. From the descriptions and stuff I've read, she is the one with the insider knowledge, because in this version of events, Mike is the newbie. And Vanessa's the one who's been involved with looking into Freddy's stuff for a while. So she's probably gonna be the one getting Mike caught up to speed on the situation and such. But it's hard to say, like, how much of a role she'll play. Like, especially since we've only got, like, this trailer and, like, descriptions and some other stuff to go off of. How do I feel about the glowing red eyes? They work. I mentioned earlier, but I would prefer the randoms, like the low probability screens where the animatronics' eyes are completely black and glow white. Because I think that looks cool. Also worried about Vanessa appearing so early in the timeline. Yeah, so and she's not the same Vanessa, so because she has a different last name. So my guess is like it's another Jeremy situation where you've got Jeremy the missing kid, Jeremy the security guard, Jeremy the guy who cut his face off with a paper slicer, Jeremy that one dude in the books, Jeremy who there's probably another Jeremy out there that I'm forgetting at the moment, you know? They're all over the place. Yeah, Vanessa has a last name, I believe. I read somewhere, there was like some description or whatever that said her last name is Monroe. Yes, all the Jeremys. Everyone is a Jeremy. Yeah, so there's the children. Look at them go. And there's William. I just find this very interesting. I took an intro to film class this last semester, and the layout of this room is speaking to me. There's a lot of horizontal lines. And it seems like there's a lot of line. Like even in the outfit, it's not all horizontal, but like it's all orderly and methodical, and he's there. So I'm wondering what that says for like his characterization in the movie. Is he going to, because in like, is this just the facade he puts out that he has everything under control? Because what another yeah. Or is he like actually like he has his method of how he's going through and doing things? Yeah, it seems like if that's in the 80s, yeah, that's my guess, is that this is going to be part of some scene in the 80s. Because I'm not sure how this would fit into the modern bit. Unless this is him talking to the unnamed female villain, potentially? How would they explain him coming back each night? Maybe Abby gets kidnapped, and then Mike's like, well, gotta go back for my sister. How long is the movie? I do not know. Funny how his head fits perfectly on the shelf cutoff, foreshadowing his possible future fate as an animatronic and the mastermind of it all. Yeah? I'm just very intrigued by what this scene is. Because, like, with the one scene of the kids in the forest, because, like, this looks like Mike's in the forest again. With the one scene, like, he was looking behind him to see the kids. What is he looking at if he's looking up? You know? He's looking up, which is very... which implies that, like, did the spirits, like, ascend? Is something falling onto him? Because, like, this is zooming up. Because it's so... Okay. Also, the laughing. The just repeated Balloon Boy laugh or whatever that is. I don't remember if it's Balloon Boy specifically. Just constantly is messing with me. That laugh is creepy. Yes. Also, R.I.P. this guy who may or may not be Phone Guy. But yeah, he's fallen over and looking up. Which is very interesting to me. The laugh ain't BB? I don't know. That's just what I remember. Like, I remember BB makes weird laugh noises. Or maybe it was JJ or one of the other spherical children. I don't know. Hallucinations, maybe? Maybe, I don't know. He's looking up at Balloon Boy. Yes, Balloon Boy has ascended. Let's see. But yeah, this is interesting. So, she's actively being looked for in the ball pits. Presumably, unless Mike also followed her into the ball pit for some reason. Fruit Punch Clown? I don't know. I did not tell you not to go to sleep, Daily Dose of Cats. Guess he's looking to the 5 children going up after running in the woods traumatize him? Yeah, that maybe. It's possible. let's see. Still talking about the teaser? Yes. Yes, I am. You guys thought MatPat could extend content in, like, a small amount of content into 2 hours of video. You haven't seen me yet. I'm turning this 47-second clip into an hour. You are staring into my soul? Yes. Which version of Golden Freddy do you think we'll see? Well, in that one teaser image, I believe earless. There was a version of Golden Freddy. In FNAF 2, Golden Freddy was missing one of his ears. So, in one of the teaser images, Abby is standing next to what appears to be Golden Freddy missing an ear. And if that's the case, then... Yeah, hang on, I'm seeing if I can pull up the image. Okay. Can you guys... This will probably be showing up on stream, right? Yeah, there. So, in this image, we can see Abby holding hands with what appears to be Golden Freddy. Because Freddy in the trailer has both of his ears, and Golden Freddy, like, despite being called Golden Freddy, he's not particularly golden in color. He is surprisingly brownish. And this looks pretty close to the coloring. So with the lack of ear, I think this is Golden Freddy. And the version of him we'll be seeing. That's not Golden Freddy. It looks like Golden Freddy to me. Because, like, what's interesting is in a lot of YouTuber thumbnails, they color correct Golden Freddy to the point where he's actually yellow when the render itself is not yellow. It is a brownish color. With Endo inside, yeah, the spring lock suits had endos. They were just pushed to the side when human needs to go in mode. That's Fredbear the ear? Yep, that's my thought. If it's Golden Freddy, why is he standing? He's said to be in suit mode. I mean, he could be not in suit mode anymore. All that would have to happen is the spring locks get triggered, and then he's no longer in suit mode. Yeah, it looks like Golden Freddy. In my opinion. But, yeah, I could be wrong. They might have Freddy's ear get ripped off halfway through the movie. I wouldn't know. Yeah, as far as The Office, it feels like it's designed to make him look untrustworthy. It's a lot of order, but if you look, it's crooked in a lot of places, which can be visual shorthand for liar fraud. Yeah, that's... Yeah, there was something with The Office that, like, there's a lot of, like, lines and stuff, but it's enough to... Let's see. Let's get back there. Hello, William. Alright. Yeah, it's a lot that's orderly and stuff, but yeah, like... It just feels... slightly off. It could be the lighting as well, because, like, the room isn't particularly bright in this. Just watch the teaser, now you're here. Hello. His office feels very cold. Yeah, there's not much color. Like, there is color. The light is yellowish, but, like, it's all muted. Which is a good point. They edited it to make it less obvious, for the ear? I don't know. Feel like the bald guy could be phone guy. I mean, that, like, he definitely is a previous security dude. Anyone think it's possible they'll use time-traveling ball pit to show the bite? I don't think it would be showing the bite. Or be literal time travel. But they could be showing, like, the missing children incident. Skimming, thank you for the $5. I would like to see MatPat as phone guy or have some kind of cameo. That would be cool, but given MatPat wasn't even invited to the set with the other, with Daco and 8-Bit Ryan and the others, my guess is MatPat will not be appearing in the movie, unfortunately. That would be really funny, though. Just imagine, like, MatPat voice, hello, and welcome to your first shift at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Shaggy really spiraled when Scooby died? Yeah! Plot twist of the movie, William Afton is collecting remnant to bring back his dead dog. The Bite of 83 and 85 and 1985 MCI might be flashbacks or something. I think the missing children incident might be, but since Scott has previously mentioned that the movies would only be based on the first 3 games, my guess is the Bite of 83 won't be particularly relevant, though I could be wrong. I will put you back together, Scooby. Indeed. Or Matt's under NDA and is acting petty to throw off suspicion. Yeah, possibly. Who knows? The reason Matt wasn't invited was because he would probably use his theory brain to spoil the movie. Yeah. I think Matt Pat's phone would be more like, "Hey guys, and welcome to a FNAF Not Live." Yeah, probably, honestly. The speculation on William in this trailer reminds me of the same way everyone was speculating around Purple Guy when he was first showed up. Vincent. Oh, Vincent. I wasn't there for the Vincent days, but I've read about them. The GT Live is going to be 4 parts, 1 hour long each. Yeah, I would not be surprised if Matt Pat managed to turn his reaction to this into like a 2-part, 2 hours long a piece series. Matt Pat would probably be a conspiracy person if he was in the movie. Honestly, I could believe it. Just imagine like the way Mike really gets introduced to the whole haunting stuff is just this crazy dude outside the place being like, "Haven't you heard?" That said, Lillard looks rightfully intimidating. Yeah, he's doing pretty good. Shot of Will is when he gets questioned from FNAF 1. Possibly. That could be interesting. Can I pin a link to the trailer? I can stick one... Hang on, that might be a bit difficult with the way I have this set up. Let's see if I can... Copy. I don't know. Hang on. Docs. Where's chat? I don't know where chat is. I don't know if I can at the moment with how I have this set up. I'll try at some point. Matt Pet is actually Pigtail Girl from FNAF 4. That would be quite the plot twist. The chair with the saw made no sense. Yeah, that looks to be like 2 separate things based on the outfit. Because this outfit, it seems to be like a jump cut. Because the outfit, it has the tie in the pockets, which Mike doesn't wear. Mike, when he enters the building, is wearing a jacket and no tie. Meanwhile, there's this other dude. This dude, not that dude. This one. That matches the outfit. So he seems to be the guy who ends up in the chair, and they just edited the trailer to make it look like it was Mike who was there. You need to have your avatar look away when you do. It's very intimidating when your avatar is staring at us. Yeah, sorry about that. Mike wakes up from a nightmare, turns around, Matt Pat at the end of the bed. That nightmare goes back to the Bite of 87, but hey, that's just a theory, a game theory. Thank you, Enos Gaming, for the $10. Man. Why do I think the security guard guy is phone guy? Very possible. I mean, if it gets phone guy into the movie, I will take it, you know? That works. But like... Man.
Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria.
Replacement as tutorial.
Fantasy and fun
Phone guy's not the
life.
exposition anymore.
Hey guys.
But yeah, like, I really like this shot. I don't know
If
why.
you're watching this video,
But yeah, that's... So this is the pizzeria. The song that plays briefly around 8 seconds in is Talking in Your Sleep by the Romantics. The song was released in 1983, just thought I'd mention it. Cool! That's neat. Getting some correct music for the time. You think Mike is looking up near the end because he fell from someplace? The question is, okay, he's in the forest. Did he, like, fall out of a tree? The unnamed female villain is just the concept of Sans being Ness in human form. Oh my gosh. Man! I forgot about that theory. Why would bro climb a tree? I don't know. People do crazy things when they're under pressure and being haunted by a bunch of small children, you know? Think he was dropped in by the spirits? The spirits just picked Mike up and yeeted him across the clearing. Them sprinting off. Them sprinting off is that then they all just like shoot up and like drag him into the sky. Jeremy's going to be in the movie, so you think the guy is him? Possibly. I wasn't aware that Jeremy was going to be in the movie. Well, in that case, I feel like everyone's Jeremy Fitzgerald fan art is a little bit incorrect. Nah, it's fine. It's a different continuity. Man. Yeah, it could be that if Jeremy is a character in the movie, then it could be that this is Jeremy. And they just sort of condense the locations into one place. Interesting. The ending turns out to be Dream Theory with Mike waking up in a cold sweat. Oh gosh, we go in full circle. Oh boy. Think could be the chair thing could be a trap made by someone who's going to the pizzeria after it's abandoned, probably William. Yeah, possibly. I think, like, generally speaking, you wouldn't consider this a necessity. So, the only person I could think who would be like, yes, I need to build a doom chair that, will secure the nearest security guard so that I can get up to shenanigans. That seems like a William thing to do. Horror, especially Blumhouse movies, start with a tone-setting kill. Maybe that's the security guard. It's possible. Thank you, Ryan, for the $5. Honestly, it could be that, like, that's the opening. Maybe. Who knows? Will, if Shaggy is the main villain, does that mean Scooby is secretly Freddy? Yes! Thank you for the $5, Enos Gaming. Hello, everyone, and welcome. It's like fades to credits. That's great, Grimace. Hello, it's like fades to credits. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Five Nights at Freddy's. Alright. Let's see. Do you think Tutorial Lady will mention how the animatronics get a bit quirky at night? I'm not sure. Possible. But would that be a Tutorial Lady thing to say? Because it looks like that tape was recorded a solid while ago. Because this is showing kids actively at the place. Meanwhile, the location itself is closed down. You know, theoretically speaking, someone would need to, like, be there to tell Mike what to do. So we might have a phone guy who's also, like, actually there and not just a training tape. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see. That would be neat. Hold on, I'm gonna get some water real quick. Been talking for like an hour. Phone guy is just Scott Cawthon. Yeah, honestly. And Phone guy as a character is very interesting to me because, like, he's probably bound by contract and stuff to, like, do whatever it is. And he's simultaneously like, oh, don't worry, everything's fine, but just in case, it's also not. Also, I have the Phone Guy wiki tab open at all times. Just so everyone knows. Oh, the animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night, but do I blame them? No. If I were forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years and I never got a bath, I'd probably be a bit irritable at night too. Man. Phone Guy's great. But yeah. Why? You'd be surprised how often Phone Guy is relevant to theory discussions. So I just don't I just never close the tab. I also have the Michael Afton tab open, but that's more of a point of spite. Just because, like, I had it open for like, writing or something, because, like, a while ago, and then I just didn't close it. And now it's been, like, a year since I've closed the Michael tab, and so I just refuse to close it. Phone Guy tapes are like the Bible to FNAF. Like, honestly. This is like the main and original source of exposition.
If you're watching this video,
Just... I only took the one film class. So I'm not, like, perfect on this, but I really love the way that the shots in this movie trailer are set up. Like, I don't know why they resonate, but they do, and it's great. Phone Guy on alt tab 24/7 as you do. Yep. Pretty much. Thank you, Fallen Redditor. Maybe Tutorial Lady is related to Phone Guy. Who knows, maybe. The checkered pattern is too high up? I mean, maybe. Or it could just be like, the camera point in the office in FNAF 1 was a little skewed. I don't know. Any tips on how to be a successful YouTuber? Thank you, Guinness Skating, for the $2. Basically just, like, combination of finding what you're good at doing, and also what other people like to watch, and also that you enjoy. But you gotta have all those three things. Like, I am good at writing essays. I like Five Nights at Freddy's. And other people like Five Nights at Freddy's theories, and that's how this works. We're calling her Tutorial Lady? Yes, we are. Her name is Tutorial Lady now. We've got Phone Guy and Tutorial Lady. Where's Chica's Magic Rainbow? I don't know. What in-game scene do you think we could see? I think it's very likely we'll see the MCI. Or at least, events taking place around it. Since the puppet is a character, we might also be seeing the animatronics being given life. Currently, those are my main guesses. Phone Guy will always be here in spirit? Yes, he will. As the phone. Phone Guy is phone. If you guys haven't seen that YouTube short I made, basically, my theory is that that Phone Guy, after he dies on night 4, because it's the Golden Freddy jump scare, right? So he dies immediately, rather than getting dragged off. And he possesses the phone, and that's why it makes noises on night 5, is because it's Phone Guy speaking from the dead. Mike has PTSD, could be one of his episodes. Thank you, Stay Faded, for the $2. I assume you're referring to he's collapsed in the woods. I mean, possibly. Could have been hit by a flashback and now he's looking up. Pizza versus chicken nugget is the real plot of the movie. Thank you, little Halo Turtle, for the $5. I don't know, maybe. It's just like Chica punching a pizza in the face. Not that pizza has faces, but you know, whatever. It's fine. Phone Dude possesses the cupcake! I mean, maybe, I don't know. It's also why Phone Guy's an Ultimate Custom Night. Yes, that was what prompted part of it. Just random phone on the roster of Ultimate Custom Night. It's like, okay, the rest of these people are animatronics by technicality or old man consequences and literally like some weird spiritual entity. So, the last line from Tutorial Lady, "We're gonna have so much fun together, gives me strong survive the night" by Mando Pony vibes. Hope there are a few Easter eggs here and there in the movie. Yeah, Easter eggs would be cool. I would be surprised if we didn't get a decent number of Easter eggs. And I'm very interested to see what those are. Chica and Pizza are besties, though. It's like her only character trait in Security Breach. Yes, but this isn't Security Breach, May. This is FNAF 1. Maybe the cupcake doesn't like the pizza. I mean, Scottish Phone Guy could really just be his voice, just like in the games. He doesn't have to show up, but would be better if he did still. Yeah, like, I think it would be cool if we got Phone Guy tutorials over the phone, but we might not. So I'm trying to hold back my hopes a little bit, you know? Heard there would be one fan song in somewhere in the film. That would be cool. I don't know where they would put it, but that would be cool. Look up Lego FNAF featuring Matt Pat. Thank you, Enos Game, for the $2. I have actually seen that. It was very funny. Let's see. Look, we got the fan and the cup of all things. I don't think they'll skimp on the phone. Yeah, I mean the phone might be present, but will we get to hear Phone Guy talking? Because we've got tutorial lady. We've got this lady here.
So much fun.
And like, no hate to this lady as a character, but sadness. Also, canonical Freddy's employee outfits. Interesting, you know? Just throwing that out there. That's a lot of pins. Tape Girl Senior. Yeah. Let's see. Let's all hope and pray for the glorious Phone Guy. Indeed. Oh boy.
Together.
Man, I love that little transition there. Just like, we're gonna have so much fun. Now suffer.
We're going to have so much fun together.
Clearly. Meanwhile, chainsaws go burr. Thank you, Enos Gaming, for the $5. Actually, Matt Pat not being in it might be a good thing, because do we really need to hear Music Man over and over again? Just like the entire film. Music Man! That'd be funny. Oh boy. We're gonna have some fun together now. Yep, pretty much. Figured the twist. William is Henry, unnamed female is purple guy. I mean, you know what? That would be an interesting plot twist. Man, imagine William Afton is actually just completely chill dude in the movie. He's just vibing, meanwhile it's the unnamed female villain who's like, stabby stabby. Thank you, Rid Tom, for the $10. Freddie and the band singing Talking in Your Sleep was not expected. Yeah! I didn't even recognize the song because all I listen to are, like, video game soundtracks and fan songs for various things. So, I mean, it works. What animatronic is that? Given the roundedness of the face thing here, and the darker color, Bonnie, maybe? I'm very intrigued by the faceplates being able to open up. There's the child. That's not a child. But yeah, so I am wondering how Vanessa's gonna play a role, because you've got Mike and then you've also got Vanessa. Thank you, Emmanuel Sammy, for the $2. I think the chair with straps might be the scooper. I'm not sure why it would be there. It'd be interesting. But since this isn't drawing from sister location as far as I'm aware, I would be very surprised if it was the scooper. But we'll see, I guess. Vanessa's the first day walkthrough guide. Dang, Phone Guy's getting replaced by so many people. Tutorial Lady, Vanessa, who knows, maybe 7 other people. Plot twist, William is Phone Guy. We're going full circle here. Oh my gosh. Man, if William Afton is the phone guy, like you've got Tutorial Lady, right? But if he's the in-person guy walking Mike through, like, oh yeah, here's what you gotta do during your shift. By the way, the animatronics get a bit quirky at night. Man, MatPat would go nuts over that. That would be so funny. MatPat screams in victory from 10 years ago. Yeah. That would be so good. Honestly, I wouldn't mind that. Because, like, it is a different continuity, and, like, even if Phone Guy, like, that, if William Afton is the Phone Guy equivalent of the movie, I will be willing to overlook the lack of Scott as Phone Guy to some degree. Theory is Vanessa was sent to arrest Mike after beating the guy at the mall. Thank you, Enos Gaming, for the $5. I feel like he would have been arrested already at the mall, but who knows? Thank you, King Midas, for the $1. The real question here, where is Hand Unit? In a bunker. In a different timeline. Wait, it's fine. William is Phone Guy who is secretly Golden Freddy. Yep. Sounds about right. King Midas, I sent a super vote, forgot to type my message. No, I'm so sorry, sir. Or whatever you prefer to be referred to as. Side plot, Mike has a romantic relationship with Bounce Pot from FNAF World. I mean, there's that whole thing about Bounce Pot's the answer to the lore. So, you never know. There better be exotic butters. Exotic butters would be so funny. William looks like a therapist in the trailer. Man, world's worst therapist. Like, he's a doctor, he's a therapist. He's got all the jobs and he's just not doing any of them well. Whoa, I did not mean to full screen that. Go back. There we go. Therapist doctor man. Man, imagine William Afton as your doctor and therapist. Thank you, Eunice Giving, for the $5. How do you feel that in the movie Mike Schmidt and Michael Afton are different people? I was upset at first. I was a little frustrated because, like, while Phone Guy is my favorite character, Michael Afton is my second. And I had been wanting to get some solid Mike characterization. But I've come to terms with them being different, and now I don't really mind. Because, like, for the story they're trying to tell, like, it makes sense. And as long as it's told well, that's fine. No, Elizabeth is the doctor? Okay, sure, who knows? Imagine William Afton as your therapist telling you that you need to process your anger in a healthy way. Because he clearly processed his jealousy in a healthy way in that alleyway with a small child locked outside the building. FNAF 1 fan, his favorite character? Yeah, that'd be funny. I want Mike to walk out of Fazbear's with exotic butters as his trophy. That would be very funny. I feel like the entire audience who knows would laugh. Thank you, Reefside, for the $2. What's the odds of a person losing their frontal lobe? Given this seems to be 93, possibly slim? Unsure. William sending his patients to anger management like, this isn't hypocritical at all. Let's see. My thing is, it's hard to separate the Mike from Michael. I don't understand why they had to be split again. Yeah, that was my initial hang-up. It's like, but they're the same dude. Why are we having two different characters? But since it is looking to be a different timeline, I'm not as bothered. I still expect to see some people popping up with, actually, in the games, Mike Afton isn't Mike Schmidt. Because, I don't know, theorists, they take what they can and run with it. Who knows? Chica equals William? No. Toy Chica equals William Afton. You gotta specify the correct Chica. Is the movie going to be canon? The way that Scott defines canon is really weird, honestly. Like, there's canon, which is the entire FNAF universe as a whole. And then there's, like, all the FNAF content is canon. Like, the book series are canon, the games are canon, the movie's gonna be canon. And then there's continuity, which is the exact events that take place. So, I don't think the movie's canon to the game timeline, but it is canon to FNAF. Thank you, Zyra Zane, for the $2. I took the hypocritical oath, William. Yeah, pretty much. Toy Chico with or without her beak, though? Yes. It's far easier to define different mediums as different continuities with their own canon events. Yeah. Especially since, I think, one of Scott's main motives for making the books their own thing was because, like, there's only, like, once you have a set story, the only way to, like, tell a new story in that same universe sometimes is to break away from that continuity. Freddy getting booped on the nose is a must. Imagine if they managed to put the Freddy getting booped on the nose into the movie. Just the honk. The toys' faces don't open like that. I'm holding up hope for a fun time or new character. I mean, maybe. But again, like, Sister Location doesn't seem to be, like, involved with this movie if they're only going off the first 3. I want to imagine all the confused parents taking their children and seeing theaters filled with 20 and 30-year-olds screaming their heads off at exotic butters. Honestly, that's gonna be fun. Yeah. That would be funny. I think we could see Charlie's death. Maybe, who knows? Oh, hi, Rightos, how's it going? I could see that being a reimagining of a Springlock, to be honest. Yeah, possibly. It is interesting. But, like, the fact, there's, like, the saw blades, which is rather interesting. I'm not sure how that would be Springlock. They have to put all the games into the movie. How else would they do it? I mean, I'm pretty sure Scott said they would only do the first 3. Like, they would, that the movie universe would only be the story of the first 3 games. But I don't know. Thank you, Innis Gaming, for the $5. Freddy sees Mike, and the first thing that comes to mind, execute Order 66. Yep, rest in peace, Mike Schmidt. The saw blades is very baby from the 4th closet. Yeah. I can see the connection there, especially with the opening face plates. That does give me massive Fun Times vibes, or like whatever the heck Elizabeth in the 4th closet was. But I'm not sure that would... I'm very interested as to, like, okay, why are there saw blades? Who authorized this? It's like that was a choice that they made. Maybe the scene isn't literal and it's just an exaggeration in his mind. I mean, maybe. Remnant hallucinations and all that are a thing, so it's possible. Because that doesn't look like the endos necessarily. I mean, I can see the endo in there, but, like, where did the saw blades come from? It feels very strange. Will he be making doohickeys again? Yeah, that he does. The faceplate's just a William Afton staple, trademark. Yeah, honestly. The saw blades seem less dangerous than spring-lock suits you're supposed to get into. I mean, you're not wrong. Like, what on earth was Henry thinking? Everyone acts like William's the crazy one, and then you have Henry Emily in the corner, making spring-lock suits that will kill you if you move wrong. Like, there's a reason in the novel trilogy people thought that he was the murderer. Do you think the crying child could make an appearance? Maybe, but I'm not sure how likely it would be. It's possible. Who knows? That'd be cool. They made spring-lock suits out of recycled bear traps? Why? Why would they do that? Henry tried, okay. Yeah! That he did. He certainly made an attempt. Thank you, Eunice Gaming, for the $2. I'll be honest, you're way smarter than MapHat. Thank you, I guess. Thank you. I don't know how. With MatPat, I think the reason that like some of his theories might seem more questionable is he's spreading himself super thin. He's got like 5 channels running, and he's like split between all of them and his child and his wife and whatever else he's doing. So I'm not too surprised that like I'm solely making FNAF theories, so I have excess amounts of time to dedicate to it. I wonder how long the listing every OSHA violation in the FNAF movie video would be. That would be an interesting watch. Why is, yeah. Matt Lillard is gonna say, oh, Scooby before getting springlocked. That would be funny. Can confirm, children make your theories whack. I mean, I said Susie's on the FNAF Ruin poster. Yeah, Rye, that is fair. I mean, the thing is, honestly, like, I can see where things are coming from on that. Like, Chica's also right there on the poster. The kid looks to be blonde. There's potentially a connection there. My current working theory for the Ruin poster is that it could be Charlie, since some of the post-it notes from the post-it note room can be found in one of the little hideaway-looking things that has lights that I believe are the same colors on the shoes, but, like, it might be a bit different. And there's, like, Chica merch nearby, but it has the post-it note room stuff. I don't know. Let's see. If Matthew Lillard doesn't say zoinks, I will be very disappointed. Understandable. I could see Charlie or even whoever's leaving those Chica shrines in the Pizzaplex or both. Yeah. That's, yeah. Words, yes. I can talk. That's a thing that I do for a living. Woo! Alright. Yeah, I'm really excited for Ruin. It's pretty cool. Imagine if we also got, like, the thing is, like, securitybreach.tv also got launched, like, yesterday? Was it? Unless it was this morning and I'm misremembering. But I believe it was earlier. So, we could be getting more Ruin news this week, which I'm, like, just expect another live stream, I guess. I don't know. Thank you, Enos Gaming, for the $5. I say that because ever since I started watching your channel back in July of 2022, your videos make more sense. Thank you. I'm glad you like them. This movie's probably all FNAF 1 characters, right? No signs of puppet, toy, animatronic, spring trap, etc. directly connected. Actually, there is casting for the puppet. The puppet is going to be a character in the movie. For real, FNAF fans eating good this week. That they are, right? I think it would make sense if Ruin releases in December for Security Breach's anniversary. Yeah, I think that's possible. FNAF decided to do a bunch of stuff the same week Tears of the Kingdom comes out. Yeah! Pretty much. I have my Switch on the chair next to me. Do you pronounce your channel idsfantasy or idsfantasy? It's idsfantasy. It was really funny. Because in MatPat's part 4 of his timeline, he pronounced it idsfantasy. And then in the GT Live, not live, where he was reacting to my sister location video, he said it's fantasy. And I'm just saying, they're like, alright, sure. But that has since been rectified. What did you think of MatPat's reaction to you talking about him? Thank you, Enos Gaming, for the $5. Are we talking about my my comment at the beginning of my sister location video of it seems he's found that there's one way to be right at all times, and that's to not settle on a definitive answer. His reaction to that was very funny to me. I didn't expect it to be taken that way. I was just sort of making, like, a joke. So his reaction was very funny. Honestly, releasing Ruin a month before the movie to generate hype makes the most sense to me. Oh yeah, I mean, that would be pretty cool, I think. That'd be rather interesting, I believe. it will be interesting because, like, Ruin's coming out this year and the movie's coming out this year. So are they going to take the strategy of release the movie to build hype for Ruin, or release Ruin and build hype for the movie? Or are they just going to have them, like, separate? Are they going to drop them at the same time? Who knows? That would be funny. Thank you, Eunice Gaming, for the $2. I miss Mirror Yeah. He was cool. Not gonna lie, I have this little theory in my head about Henry not being completely innocent and maybe even being part of William's killings. Due to you and what you would, and just what would make for a more compelling storyline. Interesting. Storytelling. Interesting. Betting right now that the climax will be William getting spring-locked without the children's spirits present, unlike FNAF 3. End credits scene will be Springtrap becoming active. That would be very cool. That would be cool. There was a leaked thing that could imply something like that happening. And I'm not talking about the leaked trailer. It's a different one. I'm not going to, like, talk too much about that, though. Are you going to update the VOD when you finish? I have no clue. We'll see. Is William being alive a flashback, and when Mike gets there, he's already spring-locked in the safe room? Or how and when do you think that'll happen? I'm not sure. I do think that... Alright, where are we at? I do think that this is probably a flashback. But I'm not sure if... I think it might be interesting if he, like... For example, in the Silver Eyes trilogy, William was alive in the first book, gets spring-locked at the end, comes back as Springtrap in the second one, and then is whatever he is in the last one. So I think it might be following a similar pattern there. Yeah, Climax being spring-locked could be very cool, similar to TSC. I wonder how they could do it in PG-13, though. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think it could be doable, as long as they don't show the blood, or at least too much blood. Because, like, the thing is, you have the entire suit covering it, so it might not be immediately visible. Because, like, you can see Springtrap in the FNAF games, and those aren't, like, rated whatever the adult rating is. I don't know. Do you think if they do 3 movies, one of them will be a prequel? I'm not sure. While that works for the games, I'm not sure how well that would work for a movie. I think it could be pulled off. But I feel like going chronological would make more sense for the movies. Yeah, you could have him in there and cut to a shadow or silhouette or something, maybe a spotlight through a curtain. Yeah, so like, you hear the snapping while he's there, and then it cuts to the other people's reaction or something. So we see the immediate reaction to the spring locks snapping, but we don't see the blood, and by the time the blood is there, then it could cut to, like, Mike and Vanessa and Abby or whatever. Oh, poor. If Abby's there for the spring locking, rest in peace, poor child. She's gonna be so traumatized by the end of this. Do you think we will see Golden Freddy? Yes, I would be very surprised if we didn't. A Quiet Place and Megan are PG-13 too, so they have some wiggle room for gore, yeah. Like, PG-13 movies have blood. Like, I don't... Like, I've watched The Avengers, there's a solid amount of blood, like, whatever, like, at the end of Endgame, Tony was in very rough shape. Back to the Ruined DLC girl, I'm still under the impression she's just some random girl and not someone we already know. I mean, my thought process there is like, okay, this place is abandoned, why is a child in the building? Why is a random child in a broken down abandoned building? Unless she was potentially already there. That's true, I mean, if Blumhouse is pretty well known for good and effective PG-13 horror, yeah. That's my thought. Keanu Reeves should play Mr. Hippo. That'd be interesting. Do you think this will be half canon like the books, or non-canon, or clarifying original lore? Canon to FNAF as a whole, but its own continuity. Phone guy equals tape girl? What? That would be interesting. Yeah, honestly, like... Man. There she goes! This, I don't know why I find Abby sinking into the pit so funny. It's just like... There she is! Down she go. Rit. What do I think about them having glowing red eyes? I've mentioned this a bit earlier, but I think it's fine. I would prefer the black with the glowing white dots, but like... If it works, it works. She's traveling to the future to get Vanessa. Yep. Reverse time travel ball pit. Let's see. The Endo just crushed one ball pit ball and she just sunk into the ball pit. That's not a good idea. Yeah, just stick the animatronic in the ball pit and see how well that goes for Abby, hiding out in there. I want to sleep, but your stream is too interesting. Do I need to stop being interesting so that you'll go to sleep, Daily Dose of Cats? Also, Abby makes noise sinking into the ball pit. Yeah, that's it's a strategy that she took there. Can we please talk about Vanessa? Like, she shouldn't be born yet, right? Yeah, so I get the feeling she's a Jeremy situation. It's same name, different character. Because I don't know how else. They just happen to look very similar, I guess. Oh boy. Man. What are you guys hoping to see in the movie? I've been talking about, like, my thoughts on this, but what are... And it doesn't have to just be based on the trailer and stuff, but what do you guys think will happen in the movie? Vanessa is Vanessa's mom symbol? I mean, maybe. Vanessa Jr. Matthew Lillard shirtless? I'm not sure we're gonna get a William Afton shirtless scene. Vanessa is a very common name for Utah? Yeah, that would explain it. I think that's supposed to be giving us a connection to modern FNAF, so people who have played Security Breach and don't know the lore have a character they recognize. Yeah, possible. FNAF Trilogy TV show? I mean, it took this long to get the movie, so who knows? Live action puppet's gonna be baller. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the puppet and how. Yeah, I'm really wondering how they're going to incorporate her or robot Vanessa. That would be pretty wild in the 90s. No robot kids. I mean, you never know. This is FNAF, and you've got robot kids all over the place at this point, honestly. I want to see something really scary. Fair. Horror movie, understandable. Golden Freddy better not have the red eyes. It will ruin, in my opinion, as the same eyes it does in the game. I mean, I guess we'll see. Let's see. Phasgu? Man, imagine they introduced Phasgu in the first FNAF movie. I mean, Charlie was a robot in the 1990s? Yeah, but, like, Henry had a reason to build her. Like, why would a robot Vanessa get built in the 90s, you know? My money's on every single character being made of Phasgu. Lovely. That would be very entertaining. Can't do Phasgu in PG-13. Yeah, I feel like that might be a bit too body horror. Just hope they don't hold back on the scare factor. Yeah, fair. Hope somehow we get a name for the crying child, something random too, like Francisco. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's one casting that people are speculating to be Mike's brother, Garrett. I'm not sure if that would mean he's the crying child, since Mike Schmidt doesn't seem to be Mike Afton. Do you think the cupcake will be important in the movie? Well, the filming name was Bad Cupcake, so maybe the cupcake's the main villain of the movie. You never know. Maybe it's the main villain. End credits is just the mimic. It was me, Freddy. It was me all along. Oh, gosh. Mike doesn't seem very purple and decaying here. Well, yeah, Scott said that it would only be based on the first 3 FNAF games, and it seems to be... Like, if Mike's dad is a separate character from William Afton, then... I would be surprised if this Mike was decaying. Cupcake is clearly the mastermind. Indeed. I need to see Freddy sing the Out of Power song. Hang on. There we go. He sang the Out of Power song. I mean, or his music box did at least, you know. Love the string, gotta go. Understandable. Have a good day. Let's see. You see, Mike is not Mike, but Mike is Mike. It's very simple. Exactly. You get it. Oh, boy. I remember an old theory that the cupcake was a camera for Chica and she could see the player in the office the whole time. Rip! That'd be rather interesting. First idea, Vanessa isn't Elizabeth Bott, aka the fourth Charlie. The saw blades are from Vanessa! I mean... theory combination of the century there. The Vanessa's a robot theory mixed with the Vanessa's Elizabeth theory mixed with the silver eyes. Man. It's very cool. McDonald's Happy Meal toy promo is just a packet of sea bodies. Oh boy! That would be quite interesting. They could not have the full puppet animatronic, just like the mask. Maybe. They have, like, a character... They have a person playing the puppet. So we'll likely hear a voice at least. Just got here. What kind of things do you want to see from the movie? I want the story to be cool, and I want there to not be a romantic subplot between Mike and Vanessa. Those are my requests. Mike is a young robot version of William Afton. You know what? That might just be crazy enough to work. Imagine. Please don't have Mike and Vanessa have a romantic subplot. Exactly. Yes. It's like this. I don't mind the romantic subplots in the books, but we do not need romance in the movie. Too much. Mike X Cupcake. Wild. Mike has too much depression to have a romantic subplot. Honestly, yeah. Guys, stop talking about the romantic subplots. We might jinx it. I think it's too late at this point. If we've jinxed it, we've jinxed it. Thank you, Alex, for the $5. Love the trailer and loving the analysis. My guess, no phone guide to make room for a physical Scott cameo appearance. Possibly. If Scott makes a cameo appearance, I will absolutely be fine with no phone guide. Because, like, it will be so weird if we ever get to see Scott in, like, motion. Because we've only ever seen still images. Thank you, Eunice Gaming, for the $2. But if there's romance between Mike and Chica, I will cry. And not from happiness. Mike X fan. Yes. The whole movie's a Fazgoo psychedelic trip. I mean, maybe, who knows? Man. Oh boy. Let's see. Now I see Vanessa kissing Mike after sister location. Gross. Oh gosh. Man. Honestly, Mike's love life after sister location probably went down the toilet. He dead. Mike X therapy, Mike X. Yep. Casual movie goers confused by FNAF fans scream in joy when Vanessa goes, "This truly is a security breach." I think it's really interesting because, like, the movie is looking to be pretty different from the games. So I'm wondering how that's going to go for, like, people who are introduced to the series through the movie. Because, like, this one girl at work, I was rambling about FNAF as I do, and she was surprised to find out that it was a game series because she had only heard about the movie. So what I'm wondering is, like, how are the new fans from the movie going to adapt to the game lore? That would be rather interesting. If I'm annoying you, I'm sorry. It's just no YouTubers ever read my super chats. Oh no, it's totally fine. I appreciate it. And thank you for the $5. It's very cool. Mike X Soda Cup. I mean, maybe. But please help the new fans. Yeah, they need help. They will either be intrigued or concerned for FNAF fans' mental health, or both. That's where I'm at. New fans having to adapt is just like #1 argument against Vanessa equals robot. But you see, Tales from the Pizzaplex has robot people. So you never know. A moment of silence for all the British accents. Indeed, it is very sad we are not getting British William in this movie, presumably. Mimic reference. Abby's gonna be a robot. If Abby's a robot, I will be very entertained. Just let's see. Casual bongos credits. I mean, they could use the credits to cram so many things in. No robot people, there's not enough time in the movie. Yeah, I don't think in this movie they're going to introduce the whole robot people plot. If they are going to have robot people, which they might given the Silver Eyes trilogy exists, I feel like that would be a reveal much later on. Angsty teen phone guy. That'd be very funny. Honestly, I don't want robot people, I just don't want it. Yeah, that's fair. I feel like I'm weird in that I actually like the robot people storylines, because it's just an interesting idea to me. But I totally understand that it's weird. Can't wait for Freddy to say it's Freddin' time and Fred's all over everywhere. Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, I got started on FNAF when MatPat and Foot of a Ferret did their recap on FNAF 4, and then all the Markiplier, all the MatPat, all the rest. Yeah, for me it was I watched the GT lives of MatPat playing Security Breach, and then I just binged all the lore in the span of like 2 months. And then I posted a theory video. Considering they're also catering to the horror movie fan crowd, they will probably downplay any sci-fi aspect of the franchise for the first movie. Possibly. I mean, it is like haunted animatronics, so they're going to have the haunted animatronics. And it's animatronics. It'll depend, I think, on just like what, because the thing is, like, people refer to Remnant as being sci-fi, and like it is technically, but I don't think it's like futuristic sci-fi to where it's weird, because like it just makes the ghosts more, it gives a reason, and I think that's neat. Wait a minute, the Insidious series literally has plot twists that explain inconsistencies in the previous movies in the series. Blumhouse has done that before. Later movie robot person twist is possible. Exactly! Exactly! And like everyone says that Scott is like, oh, there are inconsistencies all over the place, but generally speaking, for most of the inconsistencies, there are ways to make them not be inconsistencies if you look at them in a different way. Yeah. Candy Cadet subplot, mayhaps? Imagine Candy Cadet just randomly being in the pizzeria. Speaking of which, I will be working on that video shortly. I just have my animation portfolio due in a month, so it might be a bit. I like the robot people as well. Robot Charlie is one of my favorite characters. Yeah, she's pretty cool, honestly. Candy Cadet comes like 20 years later. Yeah, this is true. Scott is about to add like 4 frames in the movie that say Abby is a robot. Yeah. But yeah. Can we address Tape Girl Senior's wicked flair? Yeah, she's got a lot of pins. Tutorial Lady has so many pins.
We're going to have so much fun together.
And she's gonna have a lot of fun. This dude isn't. And neither is the other dude. Like, this is lovely.
We're going to...
Yep. Oh boy. How do you make your characters some movements synonymous with my talking? There's a Discord OBS plugin thing. So basically, like, if you look up a Discord Stream Kit overlay, you should be able to do that, and then there's a custom CSS thing you have to plug in that you should be able to find after on a little bit of like Google searching and stuff. You might have to like modify it a little bit, but it works. And yeah, so basically what it is I'm in a VC on a server that just has me in it. And I have it keyed so that when Discord picks up on me talking, it switches to the picture of me talking. I love Robot Charlie's line, been doing sit-ups as she springlocks William. Yeah. Also, the fact that it's like canonical that William gets shot in the Twisted Ones. It's like, and hang on. There was an entire line, I'm gonna pull it up, that Clay says when he pulls out the gun. Let's see. Scrolling through my folder. Okay. Let's see. You never know when a corpse may wander out of the shadows wearing a robot suit. A robot suit shoots. Man. Thank you, Alex, for the $2. The trailer in theaters will be surreal. Honestly. It honestly feels surreal just even seeing it online. It's crazy. Yeah, Carlton's dad shot him. Yup. And hey, it temporarily pushed him back, so you know. Writing at its finest, indeed. Since Vanessa's a cop, do you think she'll try to shoot an animatronic? Man, if Vanessa pulls a gun on one of the animatronics in the movie, that would be so funny. And sad, but kind of funny. Still processing that they shot the movie 1 hour away from your house. That is pretty crazy, honestly. My friend from Hurricane, who I mentioned on GT Live, it was really funny. When we found out that it was going to be filmed in Louisiana, her reaction was like, if they don't edit the mountains into the background, I'm going to be upset. Because, like, and based on, where was it? Da-da-da. I mean, it's dark,
If you're watching
but I'm
this
not
video,
seeing any mountains. And let's see, where was the forest? Where are the children? Here are the children. Looking at the ground so you can't see, but, I don't know. Oh wait, it's pronounced hurricane? Yeah. I found that out. I found that out about a year ago, and I made an entire YouTube short about it because it's really funny. Because, like, I know a bunch of people from Utah, and so I was in the car with someone who had been to Utah at some point, and I had mentioned, oh yeah, FNAF is in Hurricane, Utah, and she was like, actually, it's pronounced hurricane, and I'm like, excuse me? Why is there an E at the end? But that's just how it is, apparently. And so I've made it my mission to find a way to bring up hurricane and pronounce it correctly whenever I can in order to get the correct pronunciation out there. And what's really funny is I was talking to this other dude and I mentioned, oh yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's takes place in Utah, and he was like, what? Really? That's kind of weird. And I'm like, yeah, it's in Hurricane. And he was like, oh, that makes sense. And I'm like, what do you mean that makes sense? What happened in Hurricane? What happened? Is everyone okay over there? But it's like, so what part of haunted animatronics in a rundown pizzeria after a serial killer went stabby? What part of the... When? And how? And what? Plot twist, Hurricane is Ohio. Yeah. Hurricane Utah when Cyclone Texas walks in. Nice. Wasn't a Utah location in Day Shift at Freddy's? I wouldn't know. I didn't pay attention to Day Shift. Well, Colorado City and Arizona, I think, actually, but FNAF would make sense in southern Utah. No, it is actually in Utah. In the Silver Ice trilogy, they're in Hurricane, Utah. And in Pizzeria Simulator, the legal paperwork is Washington County, Utah, which is where Hurricane is located. I don't know if we need Foxy's kid to have actual red hair and an orange shirt. That's a bit too on the nose. I mean, a little. But it does help visually for the audience's sake. And it could be like the clothing is somewhat connected to the fact that they are now possessing those animatronics. I don't know. I guess the Pizzaplex is in Utah as well then? Yeah! Yes, it is. It's just Utah. Which is really funny to me. William. It's very funny. Wait, Rye Toast is here? Yes, Rye Toast has been in chat for a bit. Everything is in Utah. Yes, yes it is. I just find it incredibly funny that Five Nights at Freddy's is in Utah. Just because events happened in games that were later doesn't mean the events take place after the first games. Yep, that is correct. Which is very funny to imagine the most highly technologically advanced mega mall ever in the middle of 20k population Utah town. I mean, maybe it gets more people there in the future, especially if Freddy's is doing particularly well. But yeah. Hurricane is now gonna bother me like people saying Illinois wrong. I mean, I haven't really heard people saying Illinois, outside of, like, people... I know I've jokingly said Illinois when I lived there. Scott's childhood must have been crazy, or his life in general, to come up with this stuff. I mean, yeah. It's really funny. It's like, you've got this, like, Christian dude living in Texas, makes horror series set in Utah. Very funny. Thank you, Vigato15 for the $5. I'm from Utah and none of us know how to say anything properly. We don't say our T's. I've heard stuff about, like, the mountain thing, but, like, I didn't grow up in Utah and I also don't pronounce the T in mountain. So I don't know. I do mess up Arkansas a lot. I always say Arkansas. Understandable. Valid. So you're from Utah? I was born in Utah, but I only lived there for like 8 months when I was a child, so I grew up outside of Utah. My childhood was spent outside of Utah, so I'm not sure why I don't pronounce the T in mountain. Has the franchise ever addressed what drove bears to extinction? No! It just happened. Matthew Lillard as William is great casting. Yeah, like, just from this little... hang on. Just from this scene, it does look pretty cool. Like, based on, like, what I've seen just from the trailer, like, it looks like the casting's pretty solid. Sorry, this is off topic, but I think the Mike's dad casting is for a foster dad because there's a social worker cast as well. Possibly. My thought with that is that Mike and Abby don't have parents in the picture during the main time period of the movie. I hit my microphone, whoops. They don't have their parents in the picture for the main time period of the movie. So what I thought was that Mike has to have a job to be able to provide for Abby. Kind of along the lines of, like, Nani in Lilo and Stitch having to provide for Lilo. And so there's a social worker making sure that he can actually handle it, and that's why Mike is willing to take the Freddy's job. So that was my thought process there. Is Utah a state of US? Yes, it is. William posed the same as Wilson in the Bendy and the Dark Rival trailer. A little bit. He's got the intimidating lean forward there. I really hope Lillard tries to push a British accent. I think he said that he won't, which is unfortunate. I'm from South Carolina and we also say everything wrong. I mean, anything can be wrong if you're stubborn enough about it. But yeah, it's very, very interesting. My cats are loving your stream right now. I'm glad the cats are enjoying the stream. What kind of shirt is your character wearing? T-shirt. By the way, the line going from shoulder to hip is that's actually a bag. I've seen some confusion about what that is. That's a bag. It's just a, the shirt is just a t-shirt that I designed for the OC that I use as my avatar. What's funny is the OC is actually a Pokemon OC I made when I was like 11. But I made her a dimension traveler, so I just throw her at a whole bunch of other things. And then I'm like, you know what? Online avatar too, why not? British accents in Utah, I mean, British people could move there. Did you know Nevada is pronounced with the first A being like the A in cat? Nevada? Yeah? How are we supposed to know he's evil if he doesn't sound British? Yeah, I don't know. This is how they're gonna trick the audience. Because he doesn't sound British, they won't know. The new people won't know he's evil because he's not British. You know? Maybe? What is the crystal? Just a necklace. I don't know. I just thought it looked cool. For the character specifically, canonically, it's like a gift from her dad or whatever. William Afton is evil, but not evil enough to be British? I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say, like, you had to be a certain level of evil to be British, but I would say he's very evil, given he killed small children. Why are British accents evil? I don't know. I think it's just, like, the way they sound is kind of cool, and has a certain vibe to it, where it works well. I mean, it can work just as well for a non-evil character, but, like, eh. Someone said ID is Charlie rebuilt, and all I can think of is you share the Eladol palette color? I mean, maybe, I don't know. Instead of revealing himself in the movie like, I'm the murderer, he reveals it as, I'm British! Nice. Look up any country's history and you'll find the British. Indeed, you will. He has an illusion disc and hides his accent. I don't think that's how the illusion discs fully work, but I mean, maybe. I don't know. I worry that the film will either be confusing for newcomers or disappointing for longtime fans. I think that's probably why it's taken so long to get it. I think that's why it's taken so long, because Scott's been trying to get the script right for a while, and like one of the scrapped ones was the Cassidy script, which was like supposed to be a heavy lore dump, which would have been nice for like the theorists, but probably not particularly interesting to anyone else. And I think with this, he's trying to balance it. Maybe he will do a reverse Scarlet Witch and start developing the British accent in the sequels. I mean, maybe. Who knows? I was British all along, Henry. Yep. ID has a purple crystal necklace. She's an Afton confirmed. I mean, you never know. I might be. Guess we'll see. The crystal on ID's neck is Phasgoo. I don't think that's how Phasgoo works, but who? I don't know. British accents have become a common trope for evil characters. Yeah, a bit, yeah. ID is Michael Afton confirmed. Now that would be interesting. The ending of the movie is gonna be, yep, British. I don't know, I just really like this shot. It looks really cool. What's the quality at? It says it's 1080, alright, whatever. But yeah, that's very interesting. I'm too hyped for this. Yeah, it's pretty exciting. I see you more as an Emily. I don't know. I mean, I'm not British, so. I mean, normally Scott is very good about quality control. Security Breach was partially out of his control, but aside from that, if Scott and Blumhouse feel the movie is in shape to be released, I'm hopeful. Yeah, and like with how this trailer looks, it's even a teaser, not even technically a trailer, unless we want to use that interchangeably. And it looks really solid, so I'm very hopeful for what this is going to be. Actual prediction, final words of the movie, I always come back. Man, the theater reaction to that would be awesome. I'm back because insomnia told me not to sleep. Dang. That's unfortunate. Imagine the unnamed female villain is Mrs. Afton and MatPat was right all along. Very possible. I mean, that was the vibe I was getting. Trailers are usually longer, so it's a teaser. That makes sense. It's a teaser for the trailer. It's fun. Once Mike comes face to face with his possible evil father, he drops his American accent and reveals he is an Afton. Indeed. That'd be funny. How do I think Springtrap will fit in? Well, we've got William in the movie, and he did the murdering in the spring Bonnie suit. So my guess is either he will get spring-locked during the movie, or he got spring-locked previous, maybe? But given he seems to be, like, pretty important, I'm leaning towards get spring-locked during the movie. Is his tie purple? I cannot tell. Let's see. I think it's too dark to tell. Do we know what happened to Henry's wife? Henry left her because he was obsessed with Robot Child. It's kind of crazy how fast they've been putting this together, ignoring the 8 years lead up. Yeah, it's pretty impressive, honestly. Like, they started filming in February, finished filming in April, and the movie's already coming out in October. Speedrunning. Something tells me that old theories from years ago are going to pop back up and be interesting to shoot back at. Yeah, possible. So if it's only based on the first 3 games, why are they using the name William Afton? Because in the first 3 games, William Afton as a character was, like, Purple Guy was there. And the name is William Afton. So, like, I mean, like, what else would they name him? And technically, we didn't even find out William Afton's name from the games. We found it out from the Silver Eyes. This movie really is about to be something interesting. Yeah, absolutely. It looks very cool. William Afton after getting springlocked. Zoinks, quite the predicament I'm in here. Yep. Oh, that'd be funny. His name is Vincent Killerman. Quite an on-the-nose name there. But yeah. How has it been more than 2 hours? It's been 2 hours? Oh! Alright. Wild. Oh boy. But yeah. I already asked this earlier, but then we got onto, like, the topic of William Afton British. But is there, like, what are we thinking we're going to be seeing, like, because Abby's a character who exists. Why do we think she's here? Because in the games, we've got Mike Schmidt totally alone in the building. But in the movie, we've got Vanessa and Abby also there. So what are we thinking is going to be? idsfantasy really trying to be MatPat now? I mean... Gotta make content somehow, I guess. I think Abby is going to show us that animatronics aren't evil and have an attacking preference. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Abby gives Mike a character to interact with because it's a movie. Yeah, it does make sense that there would be other characters because, like, just Mike by himself would be kind of lame. But yeah, Abby being there to show that the animatronics attack adults specifically would be very cool because that's an important point in the books is that they attack adults out of fear of losing their happiest day or whatever. Meanwhile, kids they'll actually protect, even if in a weird way. Let's see. I hate how dangerous Abby's name is being an anagram for baby. Yeah. Like, people were saying that Abby was a nickname for Elizabeth, which I feel is a bit of a stretch, but, like, it being an anagram of baby, that is very, very interesting to me. It's like, okay. Oh boy. If Mike is Michael, then maybe they reveal Abby as a robot child at the end of one of the movies. Honestly, if Mike is Mike Afton in this movie, my money is on Abby being a robot child. Not that I bet, but you know. Abby's the second Elizabeth bot. I mean, you never know. Who do you think the crying child and the fifth missing child are both gonna be in Golden Freddy in the movie? If the crying child as a character does exist, I feel like he would probably be there, but I'm not sure. I think Abby is Elizabeth under an alias to hide her association with William. That'd be interesting. I don't think she would be the one coming up with that idea in that case, since I'm pretty sure her character description specifically mentioned that, like, she grew up without her parents. Hence why Mike is the one, hence why Mike is taking her to the night shift with him. Abby is named that just to mess with the theorists. Honestly, I would not put it past Scott. That's also what Vanessa's there for. Thank you, Matt, for the $5. You are in no way a Map Hat clone. Your channel stands out. Thank you. Yeah, I have noticed, like, some differences between the way my content works and the way Map Hat's works. Because, like, I'm trying to figure out how to explain this the best way, because, like, my content's mostly focused on just, like, his content's mostly focused on, like, new discoveries. And mine's like, okay, let's just set the entire thing straight before we keep going. FNAF Ruin is probably going to be about Golden Freddy. We see shadows and we hear voices, both tied into the crying child. Possibly, though the crying child in Golden Freddy couldn't see. But I think it's totally possible that it could. I did have an idea that if the MCI happens, then Mike and Abby change their names to disassociate from the Afton massacre or something. Yeah, that's possible. And if they were adopted by the Schmidts or whatever, then that would explain, like, the last name change as well. I just think it's interesting that, like, Mike keeps the name Mike, but then Abby changes from Elizabeth, presumably, to Abby? I don't know. Here's hoping the movie gives us Jeremy number 4. Technically, we already have Jeremy number 4 in Fazbear Frights. This would be Jeremy number 5. Abby doesn't seem like she's Elizabeth. She acts in a very different way. Yeah. Abby, while the baby Abby anagram thing is very interesting, she doesn't seem to be Elizabeth, which is also interesting. So my guess is, like, she's a sister character, but not Elizabeth's sister character? I don't know. Like, maybe she was Elizabeth Abigail Afton? I mean, maybe. That'd be interesting. How tall is ID? 5'2". What do we really know about Elizabeth aside from British and ice cream? I mean, blonde-ish, reddish hair. She's got orange. In the graphic novel, she's blonde. What do you think Vanessa's character will be doing in the movie? Keeping Mike from being stupid and dying. That's my guess. She seems to know what's going on based on the descriptions. She's very empathetic and determined with the animatronics. Elizabeth acts different. Yeah, Abby seems to be a different character. I think if they were going for an Elizabeth, they would have cast someone who looks closer to Elizabeth. Vanessa as Michael's fling. That's what I'm hoping doesn't happen in this movie. Nah, she's there to get kidnapped and give someone a reason to spend more than one night in this insane asylum. I mean... potentially, yeah. All right, have to go. Thank you for the entertaining stream. Yeah, no problem. It was cool. Thanks for coming. Jeremy number 5 could be the guard who seems to get murked in the teaser. Yep, just let's see, where's Jeremy number 5? Where's he at? Where's Jeremy number 5? There he is, Jeremy number 5, right there. Why is Vanessa in the movie when it's based on the first location? It seems to be a different Vanessa. They have different last names. It's a big question. How do they explain why Mike stays at the pizzeria more than one night? Yeah. I think it's possible that, like, could be that Abby goes missing and then he's like, oh, crap. Oh, boy. Where'd she go? Oh, no. Vanessa's just immortal. I don't know what to tell you. Vanessa's a robot confirmed. Do we see Vanessa at all in the teaser? Yes. I believe this is Vanessa. Why is he screaming? The dude, presumably animatronics coming to grab him. What do you think of those sister location-esque jaw-mounted death mills? I have no idea what to think about, I have no idea what to think about these things. Because it's like, alright, those are there. That's, okay. How did they get there? Do you think Phone Guy will at least be in the movie? Seems unlikely. He has seemingly been replaced by, Tutorial Lady. That's what we're calling her. Her name is Tutorial Lady now. She has a name tag. I can't read it, so she's Tutorial Lady. I know that Vanessas have different last names, but what if Glitch Trap changed Vanessa's last name to Afton to gaslight her into being Elizabeth? Well, I personally don't think it would be gaslighting. For reasons that I made a video on. You guys should go check that out if you haven't at some point. Anyway, but yeah, so it's possible that the records are changed, but the thing is, like, this is... I started talking fast again. This is also a different time period, because the movie is set in the 90s or whatever, and Security Breach is like 40 years later. So... let's see. I can't tell, but is Cassidy a boy in this timeline? I mean, it might not even be Cassidy at all as the Golden Freddy spirit. Because in the Silver Eyes, Cassidy was there. Well, in the fourth closet, that is. Cassidy was there, but... yeah, in the fourth closet, Cassidy was there, but I think she was possessing Bonnie or something. And then, Michael Brooks was the Golden Freddy spirit. So, it could just be, like... You've got the fourth closet Golden Freddy, who's Michael Brooks. You've got Game, who's Cassidy. You've got Fazbear Fright's vengeful spirit, Andrew. You've got, I don't know, whoever this kid is. Is Cassidy ever gendered outside of the trilogy? So, if we go off of the logbook, so the logbook shows a girl with black pigtails receiving cake from the puppet. And Cassidy in the books is described as having black hair. Similarly, in Security Breach, there is a poster, in like the endo area, that shows a little girl with black hair in a bed that has the FNAF 4 bedspread. So my guess, what I'm assuming based on those two things, is that it's showing a connection between Cassidy and the crying child, with Cassidy being the little girl. And because she's shown in places where the crying child is likely the one there, because, like, the hospital bed with the FNAF 4 bedspread or whatever. My guess is that's saying, oh yeah, they were in the same place, and so there's some overlap with... That's why I think that the crying child and Cassidy were both in Golden Freddy together. But I don't know. In the graphic novel, she had brown hair? Yeah, well, the graphic novel also gave Jessica blonde hair, which was false. So... In Ultimate Custom Night, the one you should not have killed is referred to as a he. But the way I choose to interpret that, because of the girl with black hair receiving cake from the puppet and the one endo poster, the way I interpret that is Golden Freddy, the animatronic, is a he. So, and like, the Vengeful Spirit does appear after 50/20 mode as Golden Freddy. And the puppet is a he, despite having a female spirit. So that's also how I explain the save him minigame in FNAF 2. I don't necessarily think it's a full-blown retcon. I think that's just saying, like, because at the present day when we're experiencing the minigame, Charlie's already in the puppet, which is a he. So save him is like save the puppet, and the spirit has now fused with the animatronic, so pronouns get weird there. Is the crying child confirmed to be male? Yes. What's your theory on Shadow Bonnie? Agony entity. I'll probably do a more thorough video on, like, how I think the Shadow animatronics came to be, but agony. Probably from Charlie's death. I don't know. That has a big red X over it, so it might be saying they aren't connected? I don't believe it had an X. I think it had a slash mark through it. I could be wrong. The secret face in Ultimate Custom Night doesn't look like a female or any depiction of Cassidy, right? Yeah, Scott used a photo of one of his sons out of convenience. And the thing is, like, it's hard to tell based on how heavily edited the photo is. So I think in the same way that, like, Scott Cawthon isn't literally the in-universe indie dev, I don't think that's saying, like, I don't know. I think it's more likely that with the logbook and the one poster showing a girl, I think that's more likely. They probably changed Jessica to blonde to not mistake her for Charlie. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That makes sense for the graphic novel. But yeah, the graphic novel designs are, like, not the most reliable. But yeah, look at these children. Look at them go. They go. And then there's William. I think Vanessa might be a former child who almost got lured back by Afton in the movie. Okay. That's really interesting. That would be very interesting. I wonder, would she be old enough? Because if it's 85. I mean, maybe. If she was in, like, if she was a preteen, maybe? And maybe if she's, like, in her early 20s? Yeah, when hiring voice actors for Ultimate Custom Night, the description specified a young voice that could be either male or female. So Scott didn't want to... So I don't think Scott using a picture of his son was meant to specify the gender. And I don't think saying, referring to the one you should not have killed as a he would be either, because otherwise why bother making the voice description? Can go either way. The only thing the graphic novels are good for is dialogue, but it's given to them by the team, but they take free liberties on the art itself. Yeah. It also works well for videos. I can just, like, stick an image up there instead of a bunch of text, because text is hard. No one wants to read the text. I don't want to read the extra text while I'm watching a video. I'm seeing stuff about the leaked trailer in chat. We're gonna not talk about the leaks, just for the sake of those who haven't seen it. If William is Mike's dad, who do you think... Do you think Abby is William's daughter, or she's adopted? I have no idea. I think it's possible that it could go either way. But honestly, I have no idea. I don't have enough to go off of yet. Pretty sure the dialogue was adapted by the artist as well. Yeah. The artist, the dialogue is a bit different. Like, they condense some of the events a bit. So then the dialogue's a bit different. Weird, I like having the text on screen a lot. I mean, fair enough. Pros and cons. No robot kids allowed. Oh boy. Honestly, like, where's Henry in this movie? Same place he is in the games. Gone. He evaporated. He ceased existing. It would be cool to see William Afton wearing the yellow suit pre-Springtrap. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. And, like, that way we would get, like, a highlighting of, like, all the phases and stuff. Henry will at most have a name drop. That's all. It's possible, yeah. I love how half this fan base is kids and robots perfectly fine. Robot kids, though, too far. Yeah. Depending on your solved timeline, Henry could be in jail. I mean, yeah, possible. Do you think the animatronics will be voiced at any point? They do have actors, so maybe. And the thing is, the animatronics look to be, like, flat-out animatronics. Like, hang on, let's go to...
As Freddy's new
Unless they just did a really, really good job of hiding the people inside the animatronics and making them move super robotic, I think they are actual robots.
as Freddy's newest security
Because,
guard.
like, you can see the endo in there, and you don't see a person in the back. Which could just be like the suits do stand on their own. But, like, there is the wiring, and then we have the whole, spring-lock suit problem. So, the fact that the animatronics do have voice actor, like, they do have actors, I assume those will be their voices. They are, that's confirmed? Yeah, they were really well done. Jim Henson Company did a great job on them. Man. The perfect crime isn't unsolved, it's a crime solved with someone else arrested for it. Yeah, that could be why Henry's out of the picture for so long. In, the FNAF 1 newspaper says both charged and convicted, I believe. So maybe Henry got put away for the crimes instead of William, and that's why William's able to get up to shenanigans after the MCI. The voice actors for the animatronics got removed, if you remember correctly? Maybe. I don't remember. In my opinion, I don't think we would have robot people in the movie as it's an introduction to the franchise for some people. I mean, the Silver Eyes was also an introduction to the franchise for some people, and the main character was a robot. The reason why the movie took so long is Scott wanted actual spring-lock suits so they move and can have an authentic spring-lock incident. I feel like that's an OSHA violation. Just a little bit. I like referring to William's bouts of child murder as shenanigans. I mean, it works, you know? It's a bit extreme shenanigans, but they are shenanigans nonetheless. If game theory's thing about Mike Schmidt being Michael Afton disguised is true, and Abby is his biological younger sister, then could Schmidt be Michael Afton's wife's maiden name? I mean, maybe. I've seen that as, like, headcanon and stuff. Not a lot of people ever read The Silver Eyes, and the movie is easily accessible to everyone, so I doubt we'll get a reused plotline with the robot thing. Or, if Scott wants to keep using the robot thing, the movie could be the perfect place to introduce new fans to the idea of robot children. You know? What will William's motivation for killing be? They can't exactly ignore that in the movie. My guess is something along the same lines as what the Silver Eyes says, because, like, if the puppet is a character, that implies that he killed Charlie. And therefore the jealousy thing with Henry might still be the case, since that seems to be his motive. As a disclaimer to everyone at home, murder is bad. Yes, don't kill people. Scott wanted an authentic child murderer to play William Afton, but couldn't find one. Man. Oh boy. I love the idea of having to introduce an audience to robot children. I mean, honestly. With how the game audience has reacted to the robot children, that might be the way he's warming people up to is the movie. I want there to be a scene where Afton is in a hurry and drops the blueprints for the Funtime animatronics. That would be pretty cool, honestly. I don't know if they would, since I don't think the Funtimes will be making an appearance. But it'd be cool. Isn't Michael Afton per theories? If movie proved otherwise, then the whole timeline would shatter. Well, the thing is, the movie doesn't seem to be the same timeline as the games. And Scott has said it's only based on FNAF 1 through 3. Have you found any puppet references in the trailer? I don't know if you went frame by frame. I didn't go frame by frame, but I don't remember seeing the puppet. Man, it looks so weird in slow motion. But yeah, I don't think... I don't know if the puppet appears in this trailer. It is a pretty short one, so I'm not too surprised. The movie's going to crunch the timeline so much, even if it isn't canon. Yeah, a whole bunch of people are probably going to use it for theories and stuff, and like, I'm not opposed to using it for theories, I just would not use it for timeline-specific events, personally. The FNAF 4 box contains nothing but a piece of paper with the name Jeremy on it. I mean, you never know. Has anyone ever addressed the friend of Charlie in the novels that's named Mike and is one of the kids in the MCI? Yes, that was Michael Brooks. He was the Golden Freddy spirit of the novels. But there is no Michael Brooks in the games based on the names that are on the gravestones and in the logbook. What if the box is in the movie? Oh boy! That would be interesting. That would be quite interesting. I don't know if they would do it. Too ambitious. Let's see. The movie is a dream. I hope not. We all saw the response to Dream Theory, so... Face cam? No, yes, this is my face, chat. This is exactly what I look like in real life. 100%. How did Charlie survive at the end of the fourth closet? Robot remnant stuff. I don't know. The saw blade chair scene seemed like a FNAF 4 nightmare to me. I mean, yeah. Mike had the nightmares in the games, so it could be that Mike Schmidt is having nightmares of some kind here. But I'm just not sure what these nightmares would be and why there would be saw blade chair. Although the chair doesn't seem to be connected to the saw blades, seeing as the outfit, once again, this is not what Mike is wearing. Mike is wearing a jacket. Meanwhile, where's the dude? Where's the dude? Where's dude? Where is he? That dude. Yeah, him. This dude. Not that dude. That one. He's the one wearing the outfit that we see in getting strapped into the chair. Which is very interesting. Meanwhile, Mike is wearing his hoodie jacket thing. The movie's going to be able to be streamed from day one so that theorists can look into it frame by frame, right? Yeah. It will be. So we definitely didn't pull any punches with the lore and accuracy. I don't think Scott pulled punches with the movie, but it's already not accurate to the game timeline by function of Abby being there, Vanessa being present, and Tutorial Lady being there instead of Phone Guy. If they're nightmares or something, wouldn't that mean he suffered from killing his brother and been experimented on if he's Michael Afton? Not necessarily. Could be different nightmares. Like, you don't have to kill your sibling in order to have nightmares. That sounded really weird. But it could be different. I don't think it would mean it's Michael Afton necessarily. I don't think Tutorial Lady is overtaking Phone Guy, though. I'm not sure. In FNAF 1, you don't watch Tutorial Lady, you listen to Phone Guy. For everyone's sanity, I hope none of the fourth game is in this movie. As much as I would like the FNAF 4 is the only game of the first 6 that I still have any questions about. The rest of it makes a lot of sense to me. And as much as I would like those questions to get answered, I don't think the movie is the route to do that. You do not have permission to kill Tutorial Lady. No! In your opinion, who is most likely to be a robot? Abby. Tutorial Lady can't be a Phone Guy replacement because Missing Children incident hasn't happened? That's what Vanessa's for. Vanessa's the one who knows all the shenanigans that happened at Freddy's, according to her character description. So she would be taking on the, oh yeah, did you know the animatronics are possessed role? Freddy will be a robot. Yes, he is. Or is he? He's Fazgoo. Did you guys not know this? Tutorial lady is a robot. So how close do we think this is going to be to the games? Same general premise. Abby seems like she might end up as a human MacGuffin. Yeah, probably. What's your opinions on Golden Freddy? In the movie specifically, that's either the Golden Freddy kid or somehow Chica's cupcake. But very, very probably Golden Freddy. What streaming platform is this movie releasing on? I believe Peacock? I'm not sure. I don't have streaming platforms. So I'll just be suffering until the DVD comes out or whatever. The girl in yellow isn't Chica? Yeah, she would be Chica. So we've got Bonnie, Freddy, Foxy, Golden Freddy, and Chica. If Chico's cupcake is possessed by an MCI kid, I'm never watching another movie ever again. Understandable, have a nice day. Okay, it is Peacock. If so, one of them must be Cassidy, right? Well, in the different continuities, there were different kids that were killed. So, like, in the books, in the Silver Eyes, Michael Brooks was the Golden Freddy spirit, and Cassidy was in a different animatronic. You mean Bonnie, Golden, Foxy, Freddy, and Chica? No, the kid's wearing a brown shirt, that kid's wearing yellow. Historians, we don't know why they did a thing. It's a ritual. FNAF theorists, we don't know why they did a thing. It's a robot remnant thing. Yeah! Cassidy ain't in this movie. I don't see any black hair. Yeah, I'm not saying Cassidy. But top hat? Yes, there is a top hat. But yeah, the top hat is not. Yeah. So if Lillard confirmed 3 movies, it should all link, right? I mean, it can still follow the games. He signed on for 3 movies, yeah. I don't think that's necessarily confirmation that they will happen. And it's already not following the games just by having other people present at the FNAF 1 location. What if the one in white is the puppet? That would be interesting. But given the shirt is yellow, and there is a top hat, I'm leaning Golden Freddy. Wouldn't Top Hat Kid be non-Golden Freddy? I don't see why he would be not Golden Freddy. He's wearing yellow. And we've got kid wearing blue, kid wearing brown, kid wearing orange, and then 2 kids in yellow. And one of them has a top hat. You know? Andrew Garfield signed on for 3 movies, didn't he? Yeah, so, like, it's not a guarantee, but my guess is we'll probably get at least 2 with how hyped people are for this one. I hear all the cool content creators are doing face reveals lately. You should get on that. This is, if you guys haven't watched my most recent video on the Mimic over here, that's the closest I'm getting to a face reveal. And it's me wearing a paper bag on my head. So. Yeah. Well, this stream has been going for an hour and a half. So, I think it is probably about time to end stream. Does anyone have any last minute stuff that they would like to... Oh, 2 hours. Okay, yeah, I can count. 2.5 hours. But yeah, so I'm thinking I'm going to end stream, but if anyone wants to say... If anyone has last second stuff that they would like me to see. Alright. You canonically don't have a face, so it checks out. Yeah! Fair enough. Alright. Yeah. It was nice hanging out with y'all and such. Do you think Mike will be my captain in the movie? Probably not. But yeah, thanks for coming, guys. I'm glad you seem to have enjoyed it. And I hope you all have a nice rest of your evening/morning/day, whatever time zone it is. Thank you, my Tawny, for the